Here we are in the Forum of Trajan, and I've highlighted the specific artwork, the Basilica Ulpia. And remember again, it's called Ulpia, named after Trajan's family name, Ulpius. So the Basilica Ulpia, and I've given you the term basilica. A basilica is a rectangular structure for conducting business. The apse are for courts of justice. Now, don't worry, I'll explain what apse means, but that's why I've highlighted this area, because within the forum stands a basilica. That's the rectangular structure that we're looking at here. And you would enter in from the long sides of the rectangle. Here's another view. Here's a cross cut. So we were standing in the courtyard here, and then we enter in through the long side. And then, as I said, it's a covered rectangular building. So those columns, or those dots that we were looking at, those are all the columns that hold up the roof. The roof would have been a flat timber, meaning wood roof. It would have been elaborately painted. And if we were to pass through the basilica, then we would hit the column of Trajan and the two libraries. We'll go there next, but let's just hang out here for a little bit. An apse. So in our vocabulary definition for basilica, I say that the apse are for courts of justice. An apse is the semicircular space here. Let me just try to help out by drawing it up. Let's see if I can. All right, how does that look? So that is the apse, and then you can see there's another apse on the other side. So we're going to enter in here, and then we're going to conduct our business. Oh, there's our business partner. Let's talk about it. And then we need it notarized. So we would go into the apse, and there would typically be tables, and there would be notaries there who would then officiate or officially sign or make official our documentation. And then maybe we want to go and get a book at the Latin library, and go get something at the Greek library, and then take a look at the column of Trajan, and then we go home. So there you go. That's our path through the Forum of Trajan as we do our work. So this structure, the basilica, those dots there are the columns that hold up the space. And here's another view of the Basilica Ulpia. So you notice we walk in through the long side of the basilica, and the nave here, that central area, gets the word nave from the Greek naos. The row of columns that hold up the roof is a colonnade. A row of columns is called a colonnade. These rows of columns create these side walking paths called aisles. The ends of the basilica are where the apse are. The short ends are where the apses are. And then you'll notice that the space is covered by a roof, a flat timber roof. And when I say a flat timber roof, what I mean is that it's not like arched or bent in any kind of elaborate way. It is made of timber, meaning wood. Now remember, this is a very important resource. It's one of the reasons why Dacia was taken by Trajan, because of their thickly forested land. So we have the wood of Dacia covering over the Basilica Ulpia. So this has practical use. It's a space used for the running of the country, of the empire, but it also has the symbolic use of the resources of Dacia, right? We got the wood timber roofs, and remember, outlining the courtyard are those bound Dacians. And then I also want to call your attention to this area, the Clara story. Do you remember the Clara stories way back in the ancient Egyptian world? We were looking at the New Kingdom Temple of Karnak, and I introduced you to the concept of letting light in through the level of simply windows, or a clear story. That's what we're seeing here, the same function. So the Clara story is there to provide light in this lower levels. Here we go. Here's another view. So let's just go back to playing pretend, and let's draw ourselves. We're gonna walk in here. Where's our business partner? Oh, there they are. Okay, so let's conduct our business. All right, negotiations are done. Let's go get it notarized. Boom, boom. All right, before I go home, I'm gonna check out a book at the Greek library, and then maybe go to the Roman library and take a look at the Column of Trajan, which is our next artwork. I wish I had a dollhouse of the Forum of Trajan, honestly. Okay, so that's what we're looking at here. We have our flat timber roof, we have our clerestory. Oh, by the way, it is a second level, so you could walk around that second level and just kind of enjoy the view. Mostly people would go enjoy the second level to look at the details of the Column of Trajan, which we'll look at next. Here. It still stands, well, the Forum, the remains of the Forum still stand in Rome today. And I want to take you to the Google map of it. Just 1 second. Let's go up to my link. Here it is. Look at that. We don't want this. Let's zoom out. Okay, so here we are in the ancient downtown of Rome, and the Forum of Trajan is right here. There is the Markets of Trajan, and if we were to stand next to it, this is our field trip, you guys. Here we are standing at the edge of the Forum of Trajan. The columns that were once part of the Basilica Oppia have been re-erected and reconstructed. And so we could imagine the courtyard and where the equestrian statue of Trajan was. What still stands today is the Column of Trajan, which we will look at in more detail next. And then along this passageway, it now connects you. This is a modern passage. This was obviously not part of the original plan, but it connects you to the Markets of Trajan. Pretty cool, right? Okay. Oh, just because we're here and I love maps, let me change our view so it's less distracting. Okay, so we were here, the Forum of Trajan, and then we go down this way, and then boom. Oh, boom. It's the Colosseum. It's just down the road. So you see how this is a network of the downtown area. This is the heart of the empire, and Trajan has placed the Forum of Trajan right there in the center of it all. And then this image here is a video taken by one of my former classmates, standing at the edge. So the body or the ashes of Trajan would have been placed inside here. Pretty cool, right? Now that you have a framework of the Forum and the Basilica, let's head out of the Basilica and look at the Column.